Okay, everyone. So we're going to get started by coming down to our backs. And feel free to use any blankets or bolsters underneath your legs, whatever you need to get comfortable. Today we're just going to try and stay nice and cozy, being that it's a cold one out there today. Just getting out any adjustments that you need to. Let's take a nice, slow, long belly filling breath in. Nice and slow. Exhale that breath out. Slow, long belly filling breath in. We're going to hold the breath this time at the top. When you get to the top, count back 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the mouth. And we're going to repeat that breath one more time. So nice, big breath in. And when you get to the top, you're going to count yourself back from 5. Once you hit 1, exhale through the mouth. And we'll just let everything melt. Noticing where our bodies are connecting with our mat. And taking notice of our inhales and our exhales. And seeing how our prana is flowing. Just creating those nice, slow, long inhales and exhales. Here for a few more breaths. If you have a bolster under your knees, just putting it to the side. We'll bring our heels down to the bottom left corner of the mat, arms to the top left corner of the mat, creating that nice half moon. You can point through your toes if you want a little deeper stretch. Slow, long inhale in. As we exhale, we'll come over to the other side. So arms to the top right corner, legs to the bottom left corner. And again, if you want a longer stretch, just pointing through the toes. In. Exhale back to center. We're going to bring our legs into easy pose or cross leg, allowing the knees to be heavy. Right. Interlacing our fingers, reaching above our head, allowing them to come down to the ground. Taking a couple breaths here. Push through the palms of the hands to the wall behind us, pulling the belly button in towards the spine. Good. And allow everything to become soft again. And just switch your legs. So whatever leg is on the bottom, switch to the other side. Big breath in. As we exhale, pushing the palms again to the wall behind us, pulling the belly button into the spine. And allowing everything to melt. A couple more breaths here. And hugging the knees into the chest. Give a gentle rock from side to side. Stillness, releasing the soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to bring the right ankle below the left knee, coming into our reclined pigeon. If you want a deeper stretch, reaching your hands to the front of the left shin. And if you just want to come into your pigeon, you can also just bring your hands to the back of your thigh, whatever's more comfortable. More slow, long inhales and exhales here. We're going to release our hands from the left leg, cross the right knee over the left. Right hand reaches for the left foot, left hand reaches for the right, coming into your whale tail. Then exhale, releasing the soles of the feet back to the mat. We'll bring our arms out into T position. Keeping the soles of our feet connected with the mat, we're going to allow the knees to drop towards the right side. Keeping the feet glued to the mat. And inhale the legs over to the other side. Exhale the breath out. Inhale to center. Exhale, bring the left ankle below the right knee and coming back into your reclined pigeon. So hands either to the back of the thigh or around the front of the right shin. Breath. We're going to release our hands around the right leg. Left knee crosses the right. Left hand to right toes. Right hand to left toes. Coming back into your whale tail. Breath in. Exhale, releasing the toes. We're going to bring the shins parallel to the ceiling. Our knees are connected. Arms out into T position. Keeping those legs together, we're going to drop them over to the left side of the mat. And bringing our gaze over our right fingers. Just allowing everything to melt. Inhale, legs to center. Exhale, release over to the right side. And pointing our face towards the left fingers. Breath in. Exhale the legs to center, release the feet back down to the mat. Let's join the soles of our feet together, opening up our knees into our cobbler and allowing the knees to be heavy. Tuning in with our hips, our legs, just allowing those legs to become heavier, allow the knees to become heavier. More breaths. Inhale the knees to center, exhale the breath out. We're going to come over to our tummies. And reaching our right hand up to the top left corner, our left arm reaches over the right to the top right corner. We're reaching through the fingers. Slide the right arm out and then we'll reach it over top of the left. Again, still reaching through those fingers. Arms come out into T position. We're going to come down to the right side of the face. Put a bend into the left knee and step the left leg over the right side. A few nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here. Breath in. Exhale to center. We'll come over to the left side of the face, bend into the right knee, and step that right foot over the left side. Couple more breaths. Big breath in. Exhale to center. Good. Hands come down towards our sides. We're going to lift our chest off the mat and then our legs coming into locust. Keeping our gaze down at the mat. Reaching through the fingers, reaching through the toes. Beautiful. Let's bring those hands underneath the shoulders. Release the legs. Inhale up to your full cobra. Exhale, baby cobra, engaging the biceps. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, baby cobra. One more time. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, baby cobra. Let's bring our knees to the width of the mat as we push back into a passive child's pose. We'll come down first to the right side of our face and just allowing everything to melt into this pose. Nice and slow. Let's turn our face into the opposite direction. Breath in. Exhale. Let's push ourselves up into seated. We're going to come into staff pose. So legs straight out in front of us. Right. And we're going to push through the heels, bringing the toes towards our face, hands come down beside us, and pushing into the mat, pulling those shoulders away from the ears. And then point through the toes. Right. Push through the heels. And point through the toes. One more time, push through the heels. And point through the toes. Good, we can soften our arms. Just make some circles with the ankles in one direction and in the other. Good. Coming to stillness, inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Taking some slow, long inhales and exhales here. Just seeing if on the exhale, if you get a little deeper, a little longer into the pose. Breath in. Exhale up to center. As we come up, we'll bring those shoulders up to the ears, around and back. We'll bring our legs nice and wide. Good. And then just push through the heels again and point through the toes. Good. Allowing the ankles to become soft. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Again, some nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here. Starting at the tailbone, we'll roll ourselves up to seated, shoulders up to the ears, around and back, feet come into our cobbler, keeping that nice long spine, pushing through the crown of the head, hands come down to the feet. Right. We're just going to hinge slightly forward from the hips, just until you feel that lengthening coming through the hips and the groin area. Inhale up to center. Exhale the breath out. We're going to bring the left leg so that our left heel is near our bottom, or as close to your bottom as you can get. And then we're going to step that right leg over top, trying to get that right heel as close as we can to that left cheek. May or may not connect. Your legs might be a little wider. That's okay. We're going to bring our arms straight in front of us, right elbow into the left, coming into our eagle arms. Trying to bring those elbows up to shoulder height. Slow, long inhales and exhales here. Release. Let's roll out those shoulders, front to back to front. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So switching the legs, right leg this time below, left on top, arms come out, this time left elbow into right, coming back into those eagle arms and trying to bring those elbows up to shoulder height. So nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here. And release. Let's roll it out. We're going to come over to our tabletop, stacking our hips over top of our knees, shoulders over top of our wrists. Let's pull those belly buttons into our spine. Good. And inhale to our cow. Exhale, cat. Nice slow movements. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Keep the belly button pulled in. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Coming back to our tabletop. Left leg comes behind us, right arm forward, coming into our pointer dog. And we're going to reach that right hand back to our left foot. Right hand connects back down to the mat. Let's open up into our modified half moon. Beautiful. Good. Left hand connects down to the mat. Let's step that left foot forward, lifting the right knee off the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lower the right knee, hands come to either side of the left leg. Let's bring our left leg back. Good. This time the right leg comes back. Left hand comes forward into the pointer dog. We're going to reach that left hand back for the right foot. Left hand connects down to the mat. Let's open up into our modified half moon. Right hand connects down to the mat. We're going to step that right foot forward. Left knee lifts off the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Hands come to either side of the right foot. We're going to step back into our down dog, taking our dog for a walk. Shoulders are nice and wide away from the ears. All right, coming to stillness, right leg, three-legged dog, and let's take that right leg over for our flip dog. Right leg, three-legged dog. Let's step that right foot forward as we inhale up to our high lunge. Exhale, get low in that left heel. Hands to either side of the right foot. We're going to come into our right leg, three-legged dog, and then right knee forward for mountain climber. Right leg, three-legged dog, and release the right foot to the mat. Left leg, three-legged dog. Let's take that left leg over for our flip dog. Left leg, three-legged dog. Step that left foot forward as we inhale up to our high lunge. Exhale, get low in that right heel. Nice. Hands to either side of the left foot. Left leg, three-legged dog. Left knee forward for mountain climber. Left leg, three-legged dog. Release the left foot to the mat. Flow forward into your plank. Roll to the outside of the right foot, inside of the left as we come into our side plank. Okay, we're going to roll all the way over to the other side. Left hand comes down. Right hand reaches up. All right, let's return back to plank. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale the breath out. Let's take a couple breaths here. Curl the toes under, pushing up to our down dog. Let's walk our feet up towards our hands. Feet come to the width of the mat as we come down into our rag doll. Keeping those arms and head heavy. Release the hands down to the mat, starting at the tailbone, nice and slow. We're going to roll ourselves up to standing, bringing the shoulders up to the ears, around and back. Good. We'll bring our feet back underneath our hips with a generous step back with the left foot coming into our warrior two. Good. And just looking in just to make sure that that front heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. And then looking down the front middle finger. A few more breaths here. Big breath in. Exhale to triangle. Big breath in. Exhale, reverse triangle. Right fingers up to the sky. Good. We're going to take our left hand, wrap it around the right wrist as we come back into our sky archer, lifting those right toes. And release into our reverse warrior. Bend back in that right front knee. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, the right forearm above the right knee. Left arm reaches over the left ear. Big breath in. Exhale to warrior one. We'll step up into our tree. Nice long, tall spine, pushing the crown up to the ceiling. Hands come to heart center. Release into mountain. Good work. Generous step back with that right foot this time, coming back into our warrior two. And again, just checking in, making sure that heel is in line with the arch of the back foot. And looking down that front middle finger. Staying here for a few more breaths. Breath in. Exhale to triangle. Then exhale, reverse triangle. Left fingers up to the sky. And then we'll take that right hand, wrapping it around the left wrist, coming back into our sky archer. Release to reverse warrior. Bend back in that front knee. Big breath in. Exhale the left forearm above the left knee, right arm over the right ear. Inhale up to our warrior one. Exhaling the breath out. And step up into our tree. Nice tall trees. Push through the crown of the head. Then exhale, hands to heart center. And release into mountain. Good job. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. We're gonna flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Stay here for a couple breaths. Flow into your down dog. Good. Looking between our thumbs, we're gonna walk our feet forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Keeping our hands at heart center, we'll sit back into our chair pose, tucking the tailbone under. Good. Let's see if we can get a little bit lower. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Big breath in. Exhale, float over to the other side. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale to center. Exhale the breath out. Big breath in. Exhale, fold. Let's bring our feet to the width of the mat or just past our hip width, whatever's more comfortable. Hands come to heart center as we sit our bottom back into our wide leg squat, elbows to the inside of the knees. And you can decide if you want to stay in stillness here or if you want to add a little bit of movement. If your hips are really tight, I recommend a little bit of movement just to help lengthen them out a bit. Stillness, hands connect down to the mat. Let's push our bottom back up to the sky, leaving our arms heavy, nice and slow, rolling ourselves up to standing. Shoulders come up to the ears, around and back. Good. We're gonna have our feet hip width apart again, starting with our right foot to our left calf, coming into tree, hands start at heart center. Good. Find your drishti, find your balance, rooting through our left foot. Left hand reaches down for the right foot. We're gonna point that right knee down towards the mat and then have a seat. You can leave your hands on your lap or you can bring them back to heart center, whatever you're more comfortable with. We're gonna flow into our dancer. So reaching the right hand back for the right foot. Breath in. Exhale to tree. Hands are at heart center. And release into mountain. Good work. All right, let's root through that right foot. We're gonna bring the left foot to the right calf, hands at heart center. Good. Pushing through the crown of the head. Find your drishti or your point of focus. And then right hand reaches down for the left foot, pointing that left knee down. We're going to have a seat. So again, you can decide if you prefer your hands in your lap or at heart center. Breath in. Exhale, flow into your dancer. Left hand back to that left foot. Going back to tree. Beautiful. Oh, as I'm looking at the screen, I fall over. And release into mountain. Good job. That was beautiful. Feet are hip width apart again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Good. We're going to flow all the way through to our up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Looking between our thumbs, we're going to step our hands forward, our feet forward, sorry. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step the left foot back, coming into our warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, one. Hands to heart center, coming up into our warrior three. Trying to keep that left hip down. That's the tricky part. And release into mountain. Good job. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. Flow all the way through to your up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Looking between our thumbs, we'll hop or step forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands to heart center. Generous step back with the right foot coming into our warrior two. Big breath in. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, one. Hands to heart center as we come up into our warrior three. Trying to keep that right hip down. That's the hard part. Flow into your tree and release into mountain. Good job. Nice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back, down dog. And just take your dog for a walk here. Good. Coming to stillness, right leg, three-legged dog. And let's bring that right leg forward for pigeon. And you can feel free to use the pillows or bolsters that you have to support either underneath the left hip or the right cheek. You can also use it underneath your arms, whatever makes the pose more comfortable for you. Bring the breath into those spaces that are lengthening. Inhales and exhales here. If you're using any props, just move them to the side. We'll bring our hands underneath our shoulders, pushing back into our right leg, three-legged dog. Release the right foot. Left leg, three-legged dog, and bring that left leg forward. So again, feel free to use your pillow underneath your right hip or your left cheek. You can also use your pillow or bolster underneath your chest. Whatever makes the pose feel good to you. Here. Using any props, just put them to the side. Bring our hands underneath our shoulders, curling the right toes under. Left leg, three-legged dog, and release the left foot. Let's take the dog for a walk. Good. Coming to stillness, we'll come down to our knees with our toes curled under, sitting our bottom on top of our heels. Just give those toes a nice stretch. Our next pose, we're going to come into a supported child's pose. So you can decide if you want to come straight down to the mat or on top of the pillow, or you can use your blocks with a pillow or a bolster. This is one of my favorites. And then you just pop your pillow or bolster on top of the blocks and bring your hips up closer to the bolster. So when you come down, it's fully supporting your body. When you have the blocks, you have a space so you can reach your arms either in between or you can reach them out, whatever is more comfortable, but you can decide what variation of this is best for you. When we're ready, we'll take a nice big breath. And then exhale, coming down to the right side of the face. Just allowing everything to melt or to become heavy. Allowing your bolster or blocks or mat to fully support you. Tuning back in with your breath. Being connected with your inhales and your exhales. And when you're ready, nice and slow, we're going to turn our face into the other direction. Stay here for a few more inhales and exhales. Nice and slow, we'll push ourselves up into kneeling. Our next pose will be our supported Lord of Fish pose. So your one block will be at mid height and the lower block will be at the lowest height. And then we'll put our pillow or bolster on top of that space. So we're going to line our back up to the bottom portion of the pillow or the bolster. And I try and come back a little bit slower just so that the bolster or pillow doesn't slip. Come back, arms out into T position, palms facing up. We'll start with our knees bent. Noticing the rise and fall of our chest and our rib cage. Allow our legs to lengthen with our ankles becoming soft. Few nice, slow, long inhales and exhales here. You can stay in this position, or if you want to come into cobbler or easy pose, you can. Long inhale in. Nice, slow, long exhale out. Taking our time, we're going to push ourselves up into seated. If your legs are not in easy pose, please bring them there. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Couple breaths here. We use our hands to push ourselves back into seated. We're going to get ourselves ready for Shavasana. So you can decide if you want to have a bolster underneath your knees or your pillows. If you want eye pillow, blanket, whatever you need to do to get nice and cozy. If you have any little wiggles or adjustments that you need to get fully comfortable. Roll out the wrists or open and close the hands. Roll out the ankles or curl the toes. Tuning into our breath. We come into Shavasana, we maintain a relaxed but focused attention. Bring our awareness on our mat with our breath, coming into stillness. stillness, bringing our awareness back to our breath. Just noticing the rise and fall of our chest, noticing the inhales and the exhales. Gentle movements back to your fingers and your toes. Slow, long, gentle belly filling breath in. Nice and slow, exhale it out. Another nice, slow, long inhale in. Exhale it out. Take another big inhale in. On the exhale, we'll come over to our right side. And as we come over to our right side, we'll bring our awareness to our heart center. We'll think about something that makes us happy or brings us joy. First thing that comes to mind, think about that happy thing, that joyful thing, and allow that feeling to fill your heart center, allowing it to grow and expand. Allowing that feeling to reach all the way down to the tips of your toes, to your fingertips, all the way up to the crown of your head. Allow that happiness and joy to spread across your face, bringing a smile to your lips. That smile to grow, feeling that happiness radiating. It's glowing. Stay present here for a few more breaths. So, when you're ready, we're going to push ourselves up into seated. Bringing our hands to heart center, giving ourselves thanks for making time for ourselves and our practice today. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. All right.